Hi guys, I'm Phill from Australia and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Bad chop days can really destroy a trumpet player's confidence. Find out how to manage them in this video right after this. Bad chop days, they can kill your confidence and they can also knock you out of action for a couple of days. Sometimes they don't last one day, sometimes they can last 3, 4, 5 days. Now, this video I'm going to show you guys how you can deal with the chop issue on the day and get yourself through what you need to that day, so get through the gig. I'm also going to show you how you can prepare for the next day so that you don't have 2 bad chop days in a row. Now, if you want help with your trumpet practice, check out my free guide, Play Like a Pro, on the side. I show you how to structure your practice so you can improve your skills in a 30-minute practice routine. So it's not much, just a little bit, so that you can improve on your hobby and get yourself on a higher chair in band. Now, bad chop days. We've all had them. We know what they feel like. Your lips feel swollen. Your sound is fuzzy. You have a diminished range. You don't have a good endurance. And it just feels bad to play the trumpet. The good news is, trumpet players of all abilities have bad chop days. How's that good news? Well, it means that everyone gets them, so everyone, all of the pros, have to figure out how to manage them. Now, when we come to a performance, no one in the audience cares if we're having a good chop day or a bad chop day. They just want to hear a good concert. Now, when we get up to perform, our nerves often tell us, I hope I don't make a mistake. Now, if you put yourself in the shoes of the audience member, they turn up to a concert, they don't think about mistakes. They're turning up, they're excited to see a good performance. I've had trumpet lessons with trumpet players, some of the world's best players that are absolutely elite, household trumpet playing names all over the world. And I've had lessons with these guys on bad chop days. I listen to them and I can't tell they're having a bad day. The only way I know is because they tell me that it doesn't feel good. We all know the signs and symptoms of a bad chop day. I mentioned them before. But the good news for you guys is the fact that professional players have figured out how to manage a bad chop day means that there is hope for everyone, and we can share that advice so that you guys know how to manage your bad chop day. Now, this topic's a little bit more in depth than some of my other videos, so make sure you get yourself a cuppa. I got mine right here. It's probably going to go a little bit longer than what most of my videos go for, but it's going to be a really good, useful, in-depth tutorial for you. The first thing we can do to avoid bad chop days or to work through them is to prevent them from occurring. Now, I've got 3 things that I think are really important to help us prevent having bad chop days. And usually, a bad chop day for me comes from one of these 3 things. The first one is hydration. If we are well hydrated, our lips can repair from damage done in previous practice sessions or previous performances. So by being well hydrated, our lips can actually repair themselves from the damage that we put them through, the trauma that we put them through from playing the trumpet. So hydration's really important. Sleep is another important one. The times that I also have bad chop days are from sleep. So hydration and sleep are the 2 biggest things that I find prevent us from having bad chop days. And the third thing to prevent bad chop days is having a consistent warm-up. Now, that doesn't mean play the exact same exercises every day. It just means that being consistent with my warm-up. Now, my warm-up will be different to your warm-up. The warm-up is something that we adapt over time to figure out what works for us as an individual to get us playing trumpet as well as we can. Now that we know how to prevent bad chop days from happening, how do we manage them when they occur? Now, usually I find being slower with my warm-up is really important. So, I find that a bit of buzzing. Sometimes I go back to free buzzing. Or even lip flapping. Mouthpiece buzzing's a good trick for me as well. And even lead pipe buzzing. Lead pipe buzzing is where you take the tuning slide out and you buzz on the lead pipe. These exercises will predominantly be used to draw blood flow or increase the blood flow to the lips. The increased blood flow helps repair any damage to the lips. So if your lips are swollen, it's a good idea to come back to these exercises to help promote the blood flow. Try and get them feeling nice and tingly so that the blood's really flowing, and that will help get through the bad chop day. So for me, I find I come back to a little bit of lip flapping. Notice how I'm constantly taking a good breath before I do it. I'm concentrating on a good breath rather than my chops here. And I'm just trying to get the blood flowing to my lips. When I do the mouthpiece buzzing, it's all about being soft and gentle, getting a clear sound at a soft dynamic and getting it to start when I want it to. The key is to keep it soft with a good breath in. Try to work the sound as good as you can. With the lead pipe buzzing, it's a very similar vibe. It's about keeping it soft, keeping the air flowing, and letting the blood flow increase to the lips. Another thing that's useful for bad chop days are long tones, right? You want to be soft and you want to start them with the air. So start at about a mezzo piano kind of dynamic. Start them without the tongue, just a nice hoo articulation, and you want to hold them. Now you're going to start off with a bit of a rubbish sound. Hold them through the rubbish sound and the sound will come good. Once the sound comes good, hold the good sound for a little bit. Stop. Take a drink of water, then do it again. You'll notice that every time you start this long note, you should get faster at finding the good sound. Using these simple exercises will help you get through bad chop days. They help me get through all of my bad chop days, and all of my bad chop days seem to be on gig days. Does that happen for you as well? Leave a comment below. The best way to get through a bad chop day is by preventing them. We can limit our number of bad chop days by being well hydrated, by getting a good night's sleep or being well rested, and by being consistent with our warm-up. When a bad chop day does arise, we can limit the damage and get through the gig by doing some buzzing. So free buzzing, lip flapping, lead pipe buzzing, mouthpiece buzzing, all gentle, all relaxed. We can do long tones, and we can drink water to get hydrated again. So that's how I get through my bad chop days. Prevention and then maintenance. Which of these tips do you think will help you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you want help with your practice, check out my free guide, Play Like a Pro, on the side. I'll leave a link in the description. As always, I'm Phill from Australia, and happy practicing.